The Soto Hotel has a reputation in El Paso, Texas, as being a paranormal hotspot. With over 100 years of history, what stories have unfolded here, leaving a permanent stain that seeps into the very foundation of the building? Many people don't stop to think about who slept in a hotel room before them. Were they on a business trip? Maybe staying for a mini vacation? Or were they going through a dark patch in their lives, struggling to find a way out? That's the thing with hotels. They may mean a bed to sleep in for many, but others leave a psychic imprint inside the walls, trapping them there for all eternity. The Soto Hotel is no exception. And when you think about what spirits are said to reside here, some malicious and others more welcoming, it makes you wonder what their story might be. So let's take a brief look at the hotel's history and explore the entities that are waiting inside. Built in 1905, the Soto not only operated as a hotel, but also a long-term, affordable location for retirees. While its appearance might not grab you the same as other grand residences, the locals in El Paso believe it to be an important landmark. But for those guests considering staying at this hotel, you might want to refrain from entering the basement. You see, locals will only whisper about the secrets of the DeSoto's haunted history, with many people claiming that they even get a strange creepy vibe from just looking at the property. Other guests have stated that while walking through the hotel with a partner, a strange sensation engulfs you as if an invisible entity just walked by. Although it is unclear how many ghosts have claimed this hotel to be their forever home, there are 3 which are the most common. Well, I warned you about the basement, and that's for good reason. You see, many people claim that the devil himself resides down there, and if not him, a really pissed off, violent demon or a spirit with anger issues, as there is no denying the violence this entity is capable of. Now, many places claim to have had satanic worship happen on their premises, stating it's the reason their hotel, home or prison is as haunted as it is. The thing is, many times these claims can prove to be false. But with the DeSoto, it seems that the reports might well be true. For decades, there have been rumours of satanic rituals being performed in the basement by travellers coming from the Juarez area. You see, this area was once labelled the murder capital of the world, with a dozen confirmed homicides every day. Paranormal theorists believe that the demonic energy on the Juarez and El Paso border has likely opened up something in the basement of the hotel. Not only has a pentagram been discovered on the floor, but a Leviathan cross. Now, for those of you wondering what this type of cross is, well, in Satanism, this cross is made from sulfur and has an infinity symbol upon 2 crosses, said to be the actual sigil for Lucifer. Visitors to this area have said they constantly feel like they're being watched from the shadows, and that the energy is almost snarling at them, waiting for the right moment to cause them harm. And attack it does. Many people have not only been hurt physically by this entity, but had rocks thrown at them from the shadows. People come away injured, bruised and cut up from being bitten, hit, scratched, shoved and pinched. And whereas some scratches can be superficial, the ones inflicted in this area can be very real and bloody. Paranormal investigators who visited the basement came away shocked when the evidence took a dark turn. You see, this spirit doesn't speak of its frustration and hatred of you. Instead, it sounds like something demonic, almost like a hellhound, as it lets out a guttural growl, warning you that it doesn't want you there, and sending shivers of fear down the spines of those present. Those who have been daring or crazy enough to enter the basement have said they felt an almost overwhelming sense of dread and were fearful for their safety. No surprise then that many people, even ghost hunters, are wary of entering this area. What do you think lingers down there? An angry spirit who feels frustrated with unfinished business? A demonic presence? Or the devil himself? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, I think it's likely to be an angry spirit, as with all the murders in the nearby area and evidence of rituals having been performed long ago, who's to say a spirit didn't get trapped down there, furious that it can't escape? The next ghost is said to have actually shown up on video footage taken at the hotel, shocking those who saw it. In one of the abandoned hallways at the DeSoto, cameras were set up as well as audio recording equipment. What they found was beyond eerie. You see, in the EVP recording, there is a voice clearly heard saying, Who cares? When asked who was there. Maybe the spirit is just wanting to be left alone or has given up hope of ever escaping the hotel that they once stayed at. The video recording shows a ghostly figure walking across the hallway, which many believe is evidence that spirits certainly do linger here. But not all entities at this hotel are creepy or out to get you if you come across them. There is said to be a young girl named Sarah that haunts the upper floors of the hotel. Said to be dressed in black, people believe she is from the early 20th century. But what made her spirit decide to stay? Whatever it might be, she's been heard running along the corridors and laughing at all hours of the day. Her reputation is so well known now with guests that when she's heard, people will open their bedroom doors in the hopes of catching a glimpse of her ghostly figure. And some lucky people have, witnessing her playing in the hallway and then slowly disappearing. When guests have brought along EVP equipment, they have managed to converse with her, where she has confirmed her name. Another interesting thing is that Sarah is very drawn to the women who stay at the DeSoto Hotel, with guests saying that she will play with their hair. Could this be because the young girl misses her mother and so likes being around ladies for this reason? I think that might be the case, as she's very young and maybe remembers what it was like having a mother around her. Either way, she's not a spirit to be afraid of and is more likely to offer you a warm welcome than have you run around in fear. Sadly, in February 2022, a disaster struck the hotel when it suffered severe fire damage. Investigators are unsure whether the fire was started by an electrical fault or malfunction, or if a person or persons were involved. Robert Jones, an investigator with the El Paso Fire Department, had this to say: "There were some signs that might have led us to believe that someone or multiple people may have had access to the structure. We cannot confirm that the whole thing was secured prior to the incident." Another one of our hypotheses was that there was some electrical wiring that looked to have been shorted out. We don't know if that would have been of an accidental origin or potentially something intentional. The damage was so severe that the owner has spent $2.4 million trying to get the hotel back up and running. It is believed it will reopen in February 2024. What a horrible tragedy. But hopefully things at the DeSoto will be better than ever really soon. Makes you wonder how this may have affected the spirits locked away inside the walls. Will it have made them more active due to the upheaval of their daily comings and goings? If you decide to visit this wonderful hotel when it reopens, maybe try to go in with an open mind when discovering the secrets it has to offer. You might see a shadow watching you or hear the giggling of a mischievous young girl. Just remember though, ghosts are said to remain the same type of person that they were in life. If they were caring and happy, that is what they'll be like in the afterlife. Or if they were moody and aggressive, same thing. Ghosts, just like us, might be talkative one day and then not bother showing themselves, preferring to be left alone for a period of time after. Whatever you decide to do, maybe stay away from the basement. Don't say you've not been warned, dissectors. Stay safe out there.